Number 61 sa balota, Senador Francis Tol Tolentino. Mga kababayan, ang magiging tagapagtanggol nyo sa Senado, ang kakampi ng inaapi, number 63 sa balota, Erwin Tulfo. At ang ginahangang leader congresswoman na pinangalan ng Government Hero of the Year, na kilala sa dami ng kanyang nagawa, presidente ng kumpanyang nagbigay ng trabaho sa libo-libong mga Filipino. Ang inyong bagong boses, bagong bukas, number 66 sa balota, Camille Villar. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I now open the floor for questions. Each member of the media will have the chance to shoot one question only. If you have another question or issue, we will accommodate you later if we still have time.
Hapon po sa ating mga senadores at sa lahat po. Ako po si Susan Balane ng Radyo Veritas sa Legazpi and Veritas TV. Para sa lahat na po ito, kasi tomorrow we will be celebrating International Women's Day. So ano po ang mensahe nyo sa mga kababaihan at ano po ang inyong konkretong programs para po sa aming mga kababaihan? Thank you po.
Anybody can answer, please?
Sa akin, I'll speak for myself first. Definitely sa akin, napakahalaga ng role ng mga kababaihan. Baka ako konti nakakaalam, the founder of the women's rights movement was my mother, Dr. Hermina Castelo Soto. And then she is also the president emerita of the Kababaihang Nacionalista. We were brought up that way, so I always respect women. So kung ano man kailanganin for the Declaration of Women's Day, sigurado kami ay makakasok, makakaasa kayo na kami ay makakatulong. Thank you.
Senator Camille.
Hello, good morning. I will be answering her
Yes, ma'am.
Siyempre, as a woman myself, talagang una, happy Women's Day to all my fellow women, and even when I was a congresswoman, kasi bilang isang ina, naiintindihan ko lahat ng roles na dapat gampanan ng isang babae. Siyempre, you have to take care of your children, your husband, you have to make sure na maayos ang pagtakbo ng tahanan mo, at yung iba naghahanap buhay pa, and others do pa something for the community. So, ang daming roles na dapat gampanan ng mga babae. At minsan nga, inuuna nila lahat ng tao, nakakalimutan nila ang sarili nila. So, in Las Piñas po, I had a nanay fair in all of my barangays to take care of our mothers and our grandmothers and teach them additional livelihood skills para makapaghanap buhay sila kahit nasa bahay sila, pagdagdag kita, and gave them a platform kung saan nila na-showcase yung mga negosyo nila. And syempre, nagbibigay din tayo ng financial assistance and scholarships para sa kanila at para sa kanilang mga anak. So yung mga programa na katulad nun, na talagang nakakatulong sa mga kababaihan at sa hanap buhay nila, doon talaga ako nag-focus. And even in Congress, I advocated for a lot of bills that gave maternity benefits to women, and equal pay and equal workplace rights para dun sa mga kababaihan natin na nagtatrabaho.
Thank you so much. Senator Abby.
Yeah.
Kailangan ko sumagot dahil bilang isang babae. So, in fairness to the Philippines, I think we're doing so much better compared to other countries. But I feel that there's still a need for more female leaders. Unang pa rin tayo ng mga kababaihan na naglilingkod para sa bayan. Pangalawa, napapansin ko po, parang wala pa rin tayo masyadong mga kababaihan na namumuno sa corporate world. Parang it's still male-dominated. But I think that's also the reason why Camille and I and the two other ladies in this alliance are running, to tell the women that if we can do it, so can you. If we are running for a national position and we are taking point, even if we are already mothers, even if we still have to take care of our family, we can still have a career. So parang sinasabi namin, if we can do it, so can other women. So I think I'm speaking for me and Camille, since parehas ko kami batang nanay, na yun po ang gusto namin ipakita na kahit may pamilya, pwede at kayang balansinin yung pamilya at ang isang paglilingkod sa bayan.
Thank you, Senator Abby. Isa rin sa mapagmahal sa mga babae, Senator Ping Lacson.
Thank you. First of all, happy or advance happy International Women's Day. Pero dapat hindi lang isang araw natin sineselebrate kundi 365 days a year. Dahil totoo, meron tayong umiiral na ng batas na nakalaan sa gender equality, equal opportunities, babae man o lalaki, equal treatment sa workplace, at lahat pa ng mga provision na kung saan na-institutionalize tayong pagtrato equally sa mga kababaihan. So, ang magagawa namin sa Senado, siyempre, isiguraduhin in the exercise of oversight na yung implementasyon ng mga batas na umiiral tungkol sa gender equality talagang maipatupad na maayos. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senators. Senator Erwin.
First of all, I'd like to greet everyone here, our ladies. Happy International Women's Month. Pangalawa, we've done a long way. Ngayon, marami na tayo nakita mga women sa government, legislative, even corporate offices. We're doing pretty well. Ang isa na siguro natin tandaan dapat is to protect our women. Kahit tayo ordinary mga tao, we can do so. Kasi may mga instances pa rin na minsan nababastos po yung kababaihan natin. May yung mga catcalls o mga naglalakad sa gabi na they fear, may fear pa rin. So I guess as male siguro, as gentlemen, we have to protect this kasi we have to remember now we have sisters, we have mothers. Siguro we just have to make them feel that this is a safe place to live. Salamat po.
Thank you so much. Very well said. Next is Mr. Frank Sotero from KMFM.
Thank you, Rick. Good afternoon po. Previous two administrations, we are in the province of Camarines Sur are hopeful that this be included in the DOTR 14 billion budget for upgrading regional airports. Given the project's approval history and the current budget allocation, what steps do you plan to take to ensure its successful implementation that will benefit the people of the province of Kamsur and the nearby provinces?
Well, I think we're quite in luck because the new DOTR secretary will have to pass through the Commission on Appointments. Hopefully, the administration ticket will be in the Senate in the 20th Congress, and we can make sure that we can charge him to continue with that. Now, if it is already in the 2025 budget, then it's just a matter of the new secretary and board executing it. If not, then that is what we can promise. That in the GAP that will be presented to the Senate, we can look after that possibility. In as much as most of the officials here in Kamsur are good friends of ours, especially Senator Lacson.
Thank you, sir. Senator Camille.
Yes, actually, napakahalaga talaga ng infrastructure, not just here in Kamsur but throughout the whole country. So, napakagandang project niyan. Siyempre, sisiguraduhin natin na makasama siya dun sa 14 billion allotted for modernization of airports. But beyond that, if kailanganin pa, maybe they can explore PPPs or private and public partnerships which they have in other airports to accelerate the growth and to finish it faster. Kasi naniniwala ko na like everyone in this province, malaki ang magagawa ng magandang airport para sa turismo and for additional jobs here in Camsor.
Yes, Senator Ping.
Yes, alam mo, we're lucky to have a new DOTR Secretary, Secretary Vince Dizon, who is young, dynamic, at progress-oriented. Kilala namin siya personal, ganyan siya mag-isip. So kami naman sa Senado, rest assured na, alam mo, sabi kanina sa introduction na richest province in the whole Philippines. Ang data ko kasi, as per 2023, yung financial audit report ng COA, ito yung third richest province in the whole country. Siguro out of date na yung aking information. Sabi mo nga kanina, this is now the richest province in the whole country. Sayang, if this is the richest country, the richest province in the whole country, pagkatapos yung airport is one thing, then something is, merong disconnect. Especially so na tourism yung isang pinagmamalaki o isang malaking revenue generating activity dito sa probinsya. So, kami, magkakaisa kami rito na talagang dapat lang na infrastructure, particularly yung influx ng mga domestic at saka international tourists, masuportahan. So rest assured that we will all support the, matagal namin pinag-usapan ni Governor El Rey ito, ni Congressman El Rey, na tulungan yung probinsya para maayos yung ating airport. But it will take time kasi multi-year project yan eh. Siguro ang unahin na muna na doable yung runway lights kasi kami lahat magpapaligastik pa kami mamaya kasi nga walang runway lights, hindi makaka-take off yung aeroplano after sundown. So siguro yun na lang muna yung low-hanging fruit and then later on we'll tackle the much bigger issue na i-expand, i-extend yung runway pagkatapos improve yung facilities ng Naga Airport. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Irwin.
Kanina, kausap namin si Congressman El Rey while we're having lunch. Ito yung binubulong niya about the Naga PD Airport. Hindi lang yun, ang daming binulong ni Congressman El Rey. Pati yung Bicol Express, yung train, pati yung tourism. In short, he's asking for help sa Senate para sa funding ng lahat ng mga ito. So, we will just do that. Dahil kaalyado naman, we will just do that. And I believe, mamaya mag-meeting sila sa Regional Development Council, i-bring up nila lahat itong mga concerns ng mga taga-council. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Irwin. Okay. Up next is Rights Barsha from